Teacher Service Commission, by Chapter 15 of the Constitution, is an independent body, and it will start its processes. From the legal point of view, we have the Ministry of Interior, Coordination of National Government. Nothing stops us from ensuring that that teacher goes to face the full force of the law as the Teacher Service Commission is doing whatever it does. But for those teachers who have already not canned the children, our position as a government is this: unless you are doing it as a self-defense, where a child is menacingly coming to harm you, you must not touch the child. Call the parents of the child, let them come and take the child home, and we start from there. Are we together? So I don't do work for Teacher Service Commission. They also don't do work for me, but we work together. But for this kind of thing where the thing has gone all over the world, the legal arm of government will not wait for Teacher Service Commission to do its processes. Are we together? And so I think you also did a little bit of, you can't be a reporter if you don't know a little bit of the law. So if those teachers are going to go to court, they are not going to wait in court. They are going to answer certain charges. Beyond that, I think you should go to the judiciary and ask them what they are going to do. But I, as Magoha, son of Magoha, will not allow a teacher who is beating my children and grandchildren savagely like that to enter any classroom, if that's what we wanted to hear. But even more serious is the fact that certain teachers have become rogue teachers, and we thank God they are very few. And the one that we want to talk about is from a school not very far from here, Nyamnini Secondary School, which is actually the second nearest school to where I live and where I will be buried. It is totally against the law to apply any stick on a child as the law currently stands. My personal opinion notwithstanding. But it is savage to cane a child like you are caning an animal. And anybody who did some teaching and pedagogy at any level should know that if a child has performed well and you want the child to perform better, caning is not going to improve. Caning will just inspire some rebellion from the child. So for those teachers, irrespective of their number, I think the TSC will deal with them, but you as Ngao,
yes, sir,
has work to do to ensure that they face the full force of the law. Every child in Kenya matters. Every child is important. And let this be a warning to anybody. If I, as a cabinet secretary, cannot cane a child, who do you think you are as an ordinary teacher to cane somebody's child like that? And for no reason. For no reason at all, that you want the child to score more than 400. You yourself, would you score 400 if you are given a test which is at the same level? That's as regards the issue with teachers. But the greater majority of teachers are excellent. I have enjoyed seeing our CBC teachers in classroom, and that is our strength. And I must continue to say they are doing very well. The best news I have this morning from here in Sia is that the government has released a total of over close to 19 billion shillings to schools, both primary and secondary, and this amount should be in the banks by Monday. I may not be very correct with the figure, but definitely over 14 billion shillings for secondary schools, and definitely over 2 billion shillings for the primary schools. So the teachers should rest assured that we have continued to implement what His Excellency the President has promised. And that brings me to the issue of teachers. I first of all want to commend the vast majority of Kenyan teachers who are excellent in doing their work, both in the boarding schools and day schools. In boarding schools in particular, I want to be grateful to the majority of principals who have retained our children in school as we struggle. The struggle we have here in Kenya is not national, it is global. And therefore, we are grateful for the fact that they have not sent children who should not go back home to go home. There is a growing tendency of small number of teachers sending children out of school in day schools to go and get money for either motivation or food. This is criminal. And Ngao, I want to use you as an example. I think it's about time we get some teeth about this. The government pays capitation for every child. Our constitution says children in primary school is compulsory and free. And that's why we pay capitation for them. So everything that as pertains to what they require to do in school is being paid for by government on time. So now if we catch you sending a child home to go and collect money for food or motivation, then you are on your own. And I think now you can actually activate your systems and start dealing with them. Because I think if you are evil, you should either resign from teaching or think of another thing to do. We gave the guidelines yesterday. Perhaps what did not come out clearly is that if you want your child to go to a private school, nobody stops you from going to the private school directly. In addition to those who want to apply through us so that we place them, nobody stops you from selecting a private school that you want to go to, and you go there directly. Nothing is perfect. We shall continue to work on these modules, but I think right now we can say that the only deliverable that we are still lacking on is the 3,500 classrooms. Today, Dr. Juan is in Busia. He's going to commission some of them. Dr. Sarah Ruto is in Elgeyo Marakwet and was in Gishu. I will be here in Nyanza, where we are starting in Siaya, going to Homa Bay and Kisumu. We shall commission how many? About 3 or 4 of them. So this is going to continue until the time that we hand over. And I have a very good inkling that we shall have delivered the 10,000 classrooms, which is all that we need to do. Next. Kwa nifungulie nyinyi wawili. Acha
require a photo for our reporting.
Moja kanyage huko. Thank you very much. Let us. Asante sana. Tapiga picha na mimi sahi. Mchanga ni mzuri hapa. Leta maji. Kwenda huko hiyo ni sana. This one is done by this kind of nonsense here. Why have you not done this? You are working on it. So program gown, I want to spend maximum 15-20 minutes here.